Right. Quick disclaimer, I'm literally like not long ago woke up. I am going to be washed as fuck because I haven't played this game in ages, and I just thought I'd only just record something random. Alex is currently, I don't know where he is, probably Istanbul, being, you know, traffic. That's besides the point, that's not my problem. Eventually it will be, but you know, I just fucking, you know, I left him to do that on his own. It's not my problem. Genuinely, I haven't been able to play a lot of games recently that I enjoyed playing. I spoke about it, which obviously, as much as, you know, I try and use a lot of my issues of stress as like a positive thing for a lot of people, it is definitely more debilitating when it comes to trying to play like high octane games. Like, my accuracy is if I look jizzing my eyes half the time, I can't lie. I used to be a sniper until they started being really, really bad. So I often just try and play characters that are a lot easier than I used to. It's definitely dreadful, considering I used to absolutely adore being a sniper. But, yeah. There's just something that you can't change. I just got absolutely mauled. Jesus hell. See, considering I am just a small channel, there's no point in me, you know, going back and like, fucking hell, that boy's correct, going back and checking some of these recording sessions and, you know, doing random shit to them. Because I do prefer watching long gameplay videos. I do enjoy like a bunch of clips videos. The reason why me and Alex always just upload them. His original channel is now private. It's called Rap. He used to post like games years ago. But at the end of the day, since we were still obviously going to like school and shit, it was like GCSE came right around the corner, hit test on a break. Now that we're in college, it's a lot more lenient. You know, he's got a lot more rules to follow, but we still have at least the time that we prefer to, you know, we utilise, to say the least. We prefer to make shit that we actually enjoy doing, as opposed to just playing a game for the sake of it being like, you know, popular. I play this game because a couple of my friends got me into it. I played it on release, then I stopped playing it because it didn't really tickle my fancy at first. I used to play it when I first started playing, but I originally came from Garden Warfare. I used to watch WOOOO plays. If anyone that ever actually sees this video, if it does, you know, do anything, has watched him. Honestly, one of my biggest inspirations for everything in life, to be honest. He's definitely one of those YouTubers where he's an acquired taste, definitely. He just doesn't really give a fuck. But as a whole, he is a very, very good content creator. I would absolutely love at some point to have some form of conversations or something with Wolfie, because he just genuinely, I get a lot of my random creativity from Wolfie, I'd like to say. Creativity loosely. But, as I mentioned, I do prioritise, you know, doing stuff for the sake of completion. Like in the bunch of clips episode I uploaded yesterday, I quite literally sat down like literally a week ago to pick up Lego Batman 3 again. I've already completed it twice, but I just wanted to get that feel again. And every single time I replay like old single player games or Lego games, I genuinely feel like a child again. So you will probably end up seeing a lot more random bunch of clips, things where you see either Alex or me say absolutely absurd shit just for, you know, the fact that we find it funny. But, you know, sometimes we do try and restrain what we say, because there are, unfortunately nowadays, there is a certain respect that a lot of people lack. I do prefer to, you know, keep myself grounded, because at the end of the day, there's just some things that you flat out shouldn't say. And let's put it this way. I've had a lot of friends in the past that have just randomly blurted out shit, and it's the reason why I didn't really post. like, I had a channel, but I didn't really prioritize to make it before uploading. I've wanted to since I was 8, but it's more of a pastime as opposed to a career. Since I am obviously going through my quality mechanics and stuff, I'm wanting to pursue that as opposed to just YouTube. But as I said, at the end of the day, it is mainly just fun. Me and Alex enjoy doing random videos because then we can look back on, you know, stuff that we might forget and just laugh about it. It is definitely more of just an archive as opposed to, you know, proper high-octane gaming. I don't do that anymore. I used to play ranked in so many games for my friends, but I quite literally don't have it in me anymore. You know, I'm only at the bright old age of 17, and it still definitely hurts me to the fact that I can't do that anymore. But it's not the case that I don't want to. Don't get me wrong, I would love to go back and revisit like Apex and stuff. I have it downloaded on my hard drive, but I mentally want to save myself from raging from it. You see, my tics can be started up by stress-related issues. That being the main reason why I don't bother, you know, stressing out. You probably will see, if Alex does make his channel public again, you will definitely see I rage a lot. I do rage a lot, because, let's put it this way, I'm a very, very quick person. I'm very ADHD when it comes to doing random stuff. If Alex does something that annoys me, and like say he starts a sentence and complete it, I have to get him to complete it so I understand what he's on about. I will probably form it in my head on what he was trying to say, but it will physically and mentally annoy me if I don't figure it out, like, word for word. But at the end of the day, I do find enjoyment out of watching YouTube, like everyone does, and Jesus Christ, and I will say for a fact, I have always wanted to do stuff like this. Forgive me, these tracks I will probably try and see if I can do something in April that could double them out as much. But whenever you see clips where my voice cracks are horrendous, it's often because I have literally like just either woken up, done screaming, or just been absolutely fed up and that is.
That's better.
I had a really late night last night. I was just bored out of my mind and I physically couldn't not fall asleep. So I was up until like 1:30 in the morning in England. So it's definitely not ideal with me going to college all day on Fridays. So I kind of just try and like distance myself from a lot of things, because at the end of the day, I've grown up in places where there's like drama and shit every 5 minutes. It's tragic. And as I said, being on my 7th, having fucking awful voice cracks, probably because of the screaming, to be fair, and obviously me getting frustrated. I know not long ago I wanted to dull that down, considering now I am in a new house. The floors aren't as thick as the old one, but it is still a lot nicer. I have my own space now. I'm not sharing a room with anyone in my family. And, you know, I don't really know what to prioritize when it comes to content. I would prefer doing stuff as a whole. Just anything. I will literally play anything. But it's not... How do I put this? I don't mind playing in a game. I really don't. But when it comes to, like, you'll probably see I posted a short about ages ago, me and my mate Mel playing Siege. I used to play Siege. I would much rather prefer not. Damn! Right. I would much rather not anymore, because that game brings out the worst in me. I will say, to the point where it's not even entertainment at that point, it's more just complete frustration. And it makes me quite literally want to put my head through fucking drywall. but me being able to see past that anger, I acknowledge that that would not be good for either my health, my skull, or my housing. So, you know, unfortunately, I don't want to play Siege specifically. Siege is that one game that no matter what's happening, even if I'm fucking around, I can laugh, I can joke, but more often than not, if I was to post more Siege content, it would definitely be I'm raging more than I'm laughing. The YouTube short I posted made me seem like we were laughing all the time. It was funny because we were stressed. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had that where you get so like emotionally stressed out that you're like laughing because you're so like annoyed and frustrated. It's the only way you can kind of cope. But I don't know if that's just me. It might be the same, but physically I don't know. But yeah, Siege is just that one game I don't physically think I could play anymore, because as much as I played Siege for characters like Ella and the weapon skins, I will play a game specifically for characters sometimes. Like this game I play it for like Luna, Phoenix, stuff like that. And like a lot of the time I do it for like the outfits and shit. Like they've released a new Hella outfit that I enjoyed in the Battle Pass, and now I'm trying to work towards that. But I would much rather play a game that I get full emotional enjoyment out of. Even if I do rage sometimes, like I will rage at Black Ops, because, let's put it this way, there's something that I don't understand since I am an older COD player, even though I am youngish. I grew up on Black Ops 2. I grew up on Black Ops 2, Call of Duty 3, if you remember that one. And I think after that I jumped from those games to COD World War 2. So a very, very large gap. But it's not necessarily the fact that I don't enjoy the game. It is specifically that I just don't want to lose my shirt over and over again. Cheap. But like, you will see me play COD. Like, I will probably have like a normal or like negative KD, because when it comes to the newer CODs, it hurts, but I don't think I can keep up anymore. It sounds like I'm a retired fucking, you know, I don't know, a doctor that doesn't want to hurt anyone, so he's just retiring from his career. It sounds stupid, but it's much easier to find enjoyment out of a game that doesn't require 100% paying attention than it is, you know, outside of that. I used to be a high octane player. I used to play Apex Ranked with my old friend group before, you know, some issues happened. But I definitely find more enjoyment out of playing games like this. Yes, there are still the, you know, sweaty type of players that will genuinely sit at like their gaming setups all day and all night. I hope, to a lot of people, I'm not that person, because at the end of the day, level 43 on this game isn't that high, I'd like to think. I would go back on Battlefront 2, and Battlefront 2, if I end up posting gameplay on that, I have leveled up a lot. I used to fucking play that game like insane. Oh, they stole Luna. Sorry. But they definitely calm me down a lot more whenever I play games like that. I don't really mind as much.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
because if I'm dying
2,
in Battlefront, there's definitely that idea that I know for a fact I'm still doing good. Because, as I said, me personally, I get enjoyment out of any game. Jesus Christ. As long as the fun factor itself still exists, and it's not just a rampant rabbit race where you're just kind of running around hoping to God that your shots actually hit someone. That tends to be how a whole lot of games are nowadays. It is sad, in my opinion. I can't bring myself to play games like that anymore. But it does get frustrating after a while. When you've played specific games as long as me and Alex have, he played games like Hell Let Loose. He posted a video a long time ago, probably about over a year ago now, called When Two Idiots Get Enlisted. First of all, he fucked up the title. It was actually Hell Let Loose, and we used to play that game quite a lot. But I still didn't play it much because, as much as I enjoyed it because it was funny, I couldn't really do much in the game itself. When it comes to Hell Let Loose, it's very much you just hope to God whatever you're doing works. I do play a lot of games nowadays like that because, as I said, I'm not very good at games anymore. But I like to hope that gameplay I post is at least some form of also it's satisfying in a way. Because I know a lot of people watch like very, very good gameplay people. They enjoy seeing them do well. They enjoy watching people be good at the game. Me, I can't necessarily do that because, as I said, I'm not that kind of gameplay person anymore. I remember a college friend of mine I started playing games with when I started college. He said to me that he wanted to play this game with me. That's why I got into it again. But he wanted to play ranked. Unfortunately, I can't play ranked anymore. Not physically I can't, because even though my tics do get in the way, sometimes if I'm relatively calm and I've got music in my ear, I am in pain. I'm fine. But it is definitely the problem of I don't want to have to... It's not the fact that I don't like focusing, because I can do that in like every aspect of life. You know, if you don't focus in life, then why are you even bothering respectfully? But I physically can't enjoy the stuff that he does. See, he wanted to play it to win. He was definitely, oh yeah, we want to rank up. I understand people wanting to play games competitively. I really do, because I was that person once. But I just don't, for me personally, I don't see the point in getting my blood pressure so high to the point where I could burst, just for the sake of getting a nameplate on a game. It's like, if it's an easy-ish thing to get, then I won't mind. I genuinely will play it. But as I said, it's not necessarily a priority of mine as much anymore. Because I do, as much as you can see, I am playing shit. But I can't. I'm struggling to get my words out and explain it in a way. I can't play games like a lot of people do anymore. Let's put it that way.
Cosmic rays didn't
I
make me who
definitely
I am
choose
today.
the easier way out.
My family did.
As much as I like to play snipers in games, because in my opinion they do require some level of skill. When it comes to newer CODs, they've definitely removed that skill factor. So in the case that you're trying to, you know, improve your aim or something, you will come across the people in like Black Ops 4 using the VMP running around with it. In the video I posted last night, I started using it because I had a IKEA challenge for cases, which I'm trying to get the Peacekeeper from the weapons switch. Because I wanted it for a while, I just couldn't get it, because, let's put it this way, I was an idiot. But, as I said, for the sake of emotional sake, I'm not going to specifically play a lot of really, really intense games. Like, not long ago, I've got the recording for it, but the Red Dead No Com episodes. The reason why I've started doing those is because I genuinely can't find enjoyment out of high octane games as much. Definitely not.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
But wow, I did horrible in that game. But as I said, I can play single player games quite well. I like to hope, at least, when you guys see gameplay of it. I can, like, as I said with the Red Dead No Calm, I got off track. I faced my first death not long ago due to, like, a mini mishap. And you'll see it when you watch the video. I was riding with Micah and Dutch in the mission where you go to see Leviticus Cornwall and Dutch kills him. Spoiler alert. But, well, as I'm trying to fend off the people behind us, one of them cut me off and literally ran right in front of my horse, and I proceeded to fall off. I didn't die from it. I proceeded to get back on the horse that obviously you steal, and they were too far away, so it said that I'd left Dutch, and I failed the mission for it. I completed it after. Did not require like much. It was just that mini blip. But sometimes, I don't know if any of you guys have this problem, but genuinely, I will have off days on games. I will do absolutely mint one day, and I'll be happy with my performance, and then I'll go on to the next day, and I will be absolutely shit. Me personally, I think that's just a normal human case. It's like you could go and do maths one day, do all these questions, get them all right, then the next day it all just goes in one ear, comes out the other. Because that's just humanity. Humans are prone to mistakes. They are prone to small little blips that either get them frustrated or, you know, cause them to struggle. I personally do get annoyed at that, as a lot of people do. That's the reason why a lot of people are defensive about it, and they like to quote-unquote believe they are perfect in that respect. I don't see why they think that's a necessity, because me personally, being imperfect is perfect. It's what makes you different. I know you've probably heard this from so many different motivational speakers or anything like that, but it is genuinely what you feel in the heart. If you feel happy enough to do something, do it. If you feel like you can do something, push for it. And if you want something, strive for it. Don't care about what any other people say, just strive for it. But if you are struggling, like I do with games sometimes, don't take it as, oh, I have to quit, because I've thought that before. I've said to so many of my friends, at some point I will probably end up hanging the headset up. I say that when I'm frustrated and upset. I genuinely don't think I will, because I grew up with games. You know, to put it bluntly, I was the autistic little 5-year-old that was inside playing Lego Batman 2 on his 360 without Xbox Live, because, like, he would much rather do that than go outside on the council estate he was brought up on. But it's definitely more of a small bump in the road whenever you get frustrated at games or you get annoyed, because it's not necessarily the fact that you're failing at it, you're just struggling a little bit in that time. Maybe you go back to it in 3 days' time, you're perfect, you're like, literally, you're hitting every shot, you are getting so many kills, so many score streaks and stuff, and it doesn't matter, because that day that you've had before, you forgot about. Me personally, I remember each and every mistake I've done, because then I reflect on them and I think, oh, if I did this, I would have survived that. But word of advice from me, well, don't take advice from me, because I'm just some random fucking stranger that you guys don't know. But if you would like to, don't worry about your mistakes. Just worry about how you can rectify them. And figure out how you can, you know, save yourself from the embarrassment that your head will flood you with. I personally do succumb to that. I will be so embarrassed over doing something that I will genuinely be on like three in a row kill streaks. I've been flanked in a game, and then as soon as I'm about to kill the last one, small mistake, I could have like regrouped, reloaded, gone back and then killed him. No, I proceeded to completely forget that I only have 5 bullets in the chamber and then swing him, die. That's just something that happens. Unfortunately, some people can prevent that because they're absolutely insane at gaming. I wish I could be like that. But, as I said, so it's a natural thing. We all make mistakes. We all have slight blips that we don't really think about at the time and then we reflect on. But just don't bother reflecting on them unless it's how you think you want to improve on it. If you're playing games for fun, I bet a lot of you already know this. Just do stupid shit. Like in the last video where Alex was doing the 21 voice, just like an idiot, saying, "Nana." It's... Excuse me. We were doing a War Thunder custom match. And he said he wanted to try something. He comes flying at me after I said, "I swear to God, if you try and kill me." He fucking blows me up with a £1,000 bomb. You know, that's a TK, but it's in a custom match. We were just pissing about because honestly, after that, we played a normal game and we got absolutely shit wrecked. Because War Thunder is just one of those games. Jesus Christ, the voice cracks. But I'm more laid back now. You see, Alex still plays War Thunder because he played it before me. He got me into War Thunder mainly because I just thought, oh, it's another game I can play with him. We don't have many of them anymore. Unfortunately, as PlayStation storage goes up, so do the games. The storage doesn't change, but the game's gigabytes do. This game, when I first got it, was like 30 gig. I'm pretty sure it's like 50 now. I will continue to do stuff like this randomly. It is definitely something out of my comfort zone because I prefer to just find something funny, clip it, and then put it in a bunch of clips. Or if I'm doing a long play, as you've noticed with the Red Dead No.com, I will just physically go on mute and I will just play the game. I will sort out the music, I will edit it, I will upload it, and depending on how I feel about the video, I will put as much as I can into it. Unfortunately, I don't have facilities to edit my videos properly, so it is definitely just what is available in Share Factory. But I try to make it work. I do physically try to make it work. As I said, I am going to continue doing stuff like this. But I don't know how common it will be. Because Wolfie used to do jump cuts and stuff, then he started doing Wolfie and Chill. I would like to do something similar, because, as I said, he is an inspiration of mine. But I don't know what game I could do it on, because there's a lot of games where I do get frustrated. Because, you know, either the community is toxic, there's people that will just take the easy way, or I just physically am having a bad day. So sitting down and playing games, a lot of people do find it like a, you know, a laid back relaxation technique. I find it more of a pastime, personally. I have so many just random games that I could probably download and play. I still haven't played The Last of Us, and my sister bought me that for Christmas on PS5. It's just my storage is a problem again. I never played Dexter's X, never played Mass Effect. I still haven't even played the Hitman trilogy. Smite me if you want, shoot me if you want. I just haven't done it. I should probably get on it, because at the end of the day, I've heard good things about some of them. I haven't really heard much about Dexter's X. But, you know, that'll be more of a development thing. I will find out a way to manage the storage that I have without having to spend over 3 hours to download a game that I deleted for storage for another game. But yeah, as I mentioned, it is definitely just going to be a roller coaster on this channel. I made it not long ago, probably about a month ago max, maybe. Like, well, I didn't make it a month ago. I obviously started uploading a month ago. Yeah, I'm obviously just a stereotypical small content creator, just doing little blips every now and then, just to see if it, you know, might just gain that little bit. But I don't think there's anything really worth saying that can't be proven, really. I could explain all this to you, but at the end of the day, it is literally just your decision whether you want to continue watching, you want to watch someone else that's better at games, or, you know, you just don't enjoy my content. That's fine. You know, there's not many people that will enjoy my content because we all have different tastes. But, you know, it's not for me to say, oh yeah, how can I do better? It's more like, okay, I understand your qualms with it. I'm glad you've, you know, clicked off it as opposed to send hate. And, you know, anyone who's around me, like Alex on his rat channel, sending hate to that, it's not really fun. But I would much rather have like a healthy community. I know it sounds stupid because I have only just started, but my dream is for a community, and communities are only as strong as the people in it. So that is my main focus, realistically, because at the end of the day, we are all masters of our own situations, masters of our own tongues. Anything we say can either hurt someone, offend someone, or just be flat out rude. So just don't be that person. But please do be the people that if they want something to be heard or said, just drop comments down below. I really don't mind, because at the end of the day, as long as it's not 100% hateful, I'll manage it. I've got relatively thick skin. Because, as I said, I grew up in a family where if you mess up, everyone will just go, "Way, not bad." Do you get me? It's like your stereotypical British family where everything's a joke. But, you know, as I said, I would prefer positivity over negativity. And another one of my inspirations is the Vanos crew. So that's where a lot of mine and Alex's very, very selective sense of humour comes from. We're the same people that will sit here laughing about what gun you got, Dingo, from Black Ops 3, from Evan and Nogla. But it's not necessarily the fact that we want to mimic or replicate their success. It's more, we want to find something that is enjoyable for us, enjoyable for whoever stumbles across our content over random stuff, or specifically at some point finding what we can do as creators to, well, I use that term loosely, as YouTubers, to enjoy what we do. See, I said to Alex when he started his YouTube channel years ago, I would physically have edited his stuff if I had the software for it. And I would have been more of a background editor that obviously made appearances in his channel. But he doesn't really prefer to upload much. He said to me that he might start uploading again. But I am going to have to push for that if I, you know, because I do want like a duo thing. I don't want it just to be my point of view, because it's not fun that way. If I can only get my point of view and I can't get Alex's point of view on something funny that he finds funnier than me, then it's at the end of the day, that's me reflecting my sense of humour onto you guys and him. Or like showing what I find funny as opposed to what is actually funny. I think a lot of people will find Alex's sense of humour funnier, because he's definitely the kind of person that will just do random shit for the sake of laughter. Or he will just randomly blurt out something completely crazy, and, you know, that's not... sometimes that's me, sometimes that's not. I can do impressions, voices and stuff like Stutz from the Disney or Hammond's Family. But I don't often do it anymore because, as I said, the thin floors. And if I start making Mickey Mouse sound like a war criminal, then, you know, at the end of the day, I will be asked questions. And, you know, that's not... Answering why I've been screaming death to the MPLA is, you know, Magic Mickey isn't going to be very easy for me from my family. But, or friends for that matter. Or if like you're watching the video on full blast and, you know, your parents or family or friends hear it and they're like, what the fuck are you watching? And again, it's the reason why I made all my videos not for children. They probably have an age limit on them. Hopefully. Because me and Alex do tend to swear a lot. And there's some jokes that we say that are definitely for like your more mature people, because we grew up around people that were more mature. Even though we seem childish, that's just because we cut the mature parts out. We'll have like really fucking deep conversations about what we should upload, what we shouldn't upload, because, you know, we'd like to keep what we do safe, as opposed to just, you know, random jokes. We have a power wash simulator video where I drew swastikas all over a garden shed, just as a joke, and we were absolutely pissing ourselves at that and we still do now, and that was what, 4 years ago? I could probably check, and I will check while I'm talking. It is definitely more of our content's definitely more of an acquired taste. A lot of the reasons why I do my videos muted is because I tend to watch YouTube while I play. Because I don't, it's something that I get from it. It makes me feel like I'm just playing normally again, as opposed to recording for YouTube. And my voice being heard, my voice cracks being fucking decibel louds. And me having to worry about how I'm going to edit this, post it, and people enjoy it. But, you know, it's not a concern of mine, let's say. I don't think what I do is 100% funny, because I do literally just post stuff because I either think it's cool, or I think, you know what, I like watching this, so maybe you guys would. As I said with a long com on Red Dead, I've completed Red Dead more than once. I started the Red Dead non-commentary series halfway through my playthrough. So, like, literally just when we got to Shady Belle and Saint Denis. So, at the end of the day, it's not full. It's the reason why I'm posting up until the American Venom scenes. Or maybe just before that. I might just leave it at Arthur's death, because that is probably what a lot of people watch it for. But if you would want to see a full version of Red Dead no com, or even Red Dead with com, I could definitely do that from the beginning. I could start a new save, I can, you know, start working on that. But it is definitely more, I'm going to respond to people saying they want it as soon as I get more popularity. Don't get me wrong, I check on my channel every single day. Not because I think, oh yeah, it's going to blow up tonight. I'm not a narcissist. I would rather headbutt myself than do that. But I do check it just to make sure that nobody has commented on my videos saying that they would prefer something different. You know, I am more of a listener than a talker. It's the reason why I do prefer to do, as I said, no com videos. But, you know, every dog has its day. You know, there's some days where I physically can't get any content because I'm either not enjoying what I'm doing, it's frustrating me, or I am just, you know, low energy, so I can't be bothered. Sorry, I'll cut this out. But, you know, I don't really concern myself with... I don't concern myself with if I'm doing something stupidly. It's not something I worry about, because, as I said, it is definitely more of a acquired taste. I will get content some days, not get content other days. I am definitely more of a rambler, to be honest. And back to the Power Wash Simulator video, it's got 31 views 2 years ago. And, you know, that was ages ago. He started his first upload was all the way in, I think, COVID times? Like, before he even, like, properly started being friends with me, 4 years ago. And that was back when he was posting quite often. And it's not the fact that I don't enjoy... Hold on, I'm trying to think. It's not the fact that I don't enjoy gaming anymore, it's just the fact that there's a lot of things that it's hard to get content on. You will hear a lot of YouTubers say this, but I will drag stuff out to get content out of it. I will record glitches, I will record random shit that I will play. I will do absolutely anything. Just put a comment in or anything like that, and I will see. I can see if I can do it. But it's definitely more, this is going to be more of a Louis caliber type shit, where me and Alex won't be doing face reveals ever, because we prefer privacy over anything. I will share some things about myself, but when it comes to Alex, that's for him to decide if he wants to. But the face reveal is definitely a no, because I would much rather live my life more vigilant and do this as a pastime. Because if I start working where I wanna, and you know, there's just some things that, you know, if I just randomly get a customer in and they're like, oh yeah, I recognise your voice, they probably won't, because, you know, I know a lot of people in England, you know, they'd rather watch TV, to be honest. Or if they are watching YouTube, it's something idiotic. Oh, ironic that, isn't it? It's like us. But as I said, I'd rather be vigilant. Alex can do whatever he wants. It's his decision. But it's definitely going to be a no to face cam. Not only because we don't know how to set it up, and obviously, as I said, privacy. This will be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you would like to drop a like and subscribe, or a comment asking what you would want, or any questions that you might have about me, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead, I don't really mind. So I will catch you all later.